During an interview with CNN host Boris Sanchez this week, Missouri Secretary of State Jay Ashcroft, the son of former and disgraced Attorney General John Ashcroft, Jay Ashcroft was asked by Boris Sanchez about his recent statement that maybe they're going to kick President Biden off the ballot in Missouri, as you know, payback for Donald Trump being kicked off the ballot in Colorado and Maine. And when Mr. Ashcroft was asked why, give me one reason why we should kick Biden off the ballot in Missouri, Ashcroft panicked and he completely fell apart to the point where he almost wasn't even able to form actual sentences. So take a look at Jay Ashcroft, Secretary of State of Missouri, completely falling to pieces on live television. Here he is.
I'm sure the Supreme Court will settle whether you can remove someone from the ballot or not, or potentially give guidance on that. I'm wondering, though, what would then be your justification for removing Joe Biden from the ballot in Missouri? Has he engaged, in your mind, in some kind of insurrection?
There have been allegations that he's engaged in insurrection.
How so?
And no, please let me finish. There have only been allegations.
You can't say something like that and not back it up. What do you mean?
I am continuing, but you interrupted me before I could back it up.
Go ahead,
Are you
sir.
Scared of the truth?
Oh, I'm not terrified of the truth at all. It seems like you might be. Let's hear what you have to say.
There have only been allegations against
What allegations?
President Trump has never been adjudicated guilty in a court of law.
What did Joe Biden do, in your mind, that equates insurrection? What allegations are you talking about?
I have seen allegations from the Lieutenant Governor of Texas that has said that Joe Biden has been part of insurrection or rebellion. We've seen the governor of Florida say the same thing.
Insurrection over what? What did the governor of Texas say that Joe Biden was causing an insurrection over? If you're going to make the claim, give me some specifics. Are you just going to cite the governor of Texas or Florida and not actually say what they are arguing? Do you know what they're arguing?
What I'm telling you is this. They made allegations, and all it took for former President Trump to be taken off the ballot in Colorado and in Maine were allegations.
So you've heard people say things that are just false on their face, but because other people said them, that should be reason enough to remove President Biden from the ballot in Missouri. Except you actually say that that's not reason enough, but you've actually considered doing it, even though it's not a reason and you actually have no proof other than what a couple of simpletons may have said and you, I guess, overheard it. None of that makes any sense, but let me tell you another thing here. You know what else doesn't make sense? What the hell was he looking at during that clip? Where are his eyes going? He's looking up at some point when he's trying to come up with an idea. He's looking off to the side constantly. I don't know, maybe there was one of his staffers next to the camera just going get out, drop your mic, get out of there. But he was super distracted, and it's either because he didn't know what to say or because somebody behind the camera was making a lot of motions to basically say, shut up and get out. Either way, you look like a damn fool. And there's a good reason for that. You are a damn fool. Now, you're saying that, speculation alone, hearsay alone should not be what removes a president from a ballot. And you contend that that is what happened, in fact, with Donald Trump. Now, if you actually looked at those court cases, you would see that that's not the case. They actually have sound legal reasoning behind them. So sound, in fact, that the Supreme Court of the state of Colorado agreed with it and removed him from the ballot. So they have facts. You have nothing. You have, again, the words of a couple of simpletons, and you're ignoring the fact that they based their reasoning, their rationale, their removal on actual facts. So if you're not willing to address those kinds of things, might I suggest to you that next time CNN comes calling, don't pick up the phone. When the producers send the email to your people saying, hey, would he be interested in coming on the show? Just tell them to respond back, no, thank you. Okay? Because you're clearly not made for this. You're not ready for prime time. And that wasn't even a prime time show, by the way. You're not ready for any of this. You just want to go out there, pretend you know what the hell you're talking about, and every time you do it, just like everybody else on the right, you end up making a damn fool of yourself in a clip that is probably going to live on social media far longer than you could have ever imagined. Ring of Fire is just a few subscribers short of hitting that 1 million subscriber milestone. So if you're not already subscribed, please go ahead and do so and stay up to date with all of the latest from Ring of Fire.